been waiting so patiently, Stan. They've been so excited to see you. Let's go right to the mic. We can start with you, young sir.
All right. What if there are some questions I don't know the answers to? You'll see a grown man die up here.
I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Keep your questions easy. No, I'm only kidding. Make them as tough as you want, because I'll answer them wrong anyway.
All right, two really fast questions. First off, where's your favorite place to get a hot dog in New York? Because I need a few more places to eat when I go down there to visit.
My favorite restaurant used to be a place, and they cut it called Nino's, and they went out of business, I learned years ago. So I don't know what to recommend, but when you come to Los Angeles, I can always tell you a few good places.
Alrighty, and so
I have a delicatessen called Made Now, and the food may not be good, but it's inexpensive.
And second questions?
What were you doing in The Stand? The movie The Stand. I still have yet to figure that out.
What are we doing? Oh, The Stand movie. The movie about me, my documentary. Well, they're trying to decide whether to give it an Academy Award or a Nobel Peace Prize. Both, I like your attitude. Actually, we made this documentary, which embarrasses the hell out of me, but they insisted on doing it. And it's the story of my life, which everybody knows anyway, but there are a lot of shots of my wife in there, which most people haven't seen. And that dresses up the movie a little. And I don't know, it's going to probably play on TV, and will play on the internet, and in some selected theaters. See, people always say, it'll be in some selected theaters, which means they couldn't get it into most of the theaters. But you'll see it advertised pretty soon, and if you have nothing better to do and you want to see something about me you didn't know, but my life has been an open book. I don't even know what questions you're going to ask. Everybody knows more about me than I know. It's getting embarrassing.
Is there anything that we don't know, Stan?
No. What you see is what you get, so you might as well believe them. Why am I sitting down?
That's great. Okay, we'll go over to this mic now. Sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Check, mic check. First of all, thank you for coming here to Wizard World, Philadelphia. I'm with the Absolution Network, and we named a project that we did the Anime of the Year in 2010, that being Hero Man. I was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about your involvement in the Hero Man franchise and when we could possibly see it dubbed here in America.
See, not only does she dress up the place beautifully, but I don't hear as well as I used to. So she tells me what the hell it is that you said. So keep your questions short, because she doesn't have a good memory. What's the Hero Man? In 2010, I did, what is it, wait, Max? Oh, the Japanese one. There's so many things. I did a book in Japanese called Hero Man, and they were going to make an animated cartoon about it. I think they're still thinking about it. So in the next few years, if you see a Japanese animated cartoon, you can say, oh yeah, that's the one Stan didn't remember anything about at the convention.
All right. How about you over here?
Out of all the heroes that you created, which one do you relate to in real life?
Oh, I relate to all of them because there's a little bit of all of them in me. The grandeur and the wonder and the power and the charisma. I think I'm going to leave now because I see there are a few empty seats in the audience. I never speak to an audience where there are any empty seats. Yeah, next time I'd like you to do better. Okay.
Howard Hughes. Is that correct?
That is correct. Absolutely correct.
Does that liken you to Howard Hughes?
Does it make me like Howard Hughes? Well, I have news for you, and I hate to admit this. Howard Hughes was quite a bit wealthier than I am. And he was also an inventive genius and an adventurer. Now, I'm sure I would be an adventurer if I had a chance to adventure, but I keep so busy going to comic book adventures.
All right, let's go to this question over here.
Yes, hi Stan, how are you?
You'll be always known as this question over here. Doesn't he or she have an identity?
Yes,
A fine thing.
I guess my first question is,
Say he.
I have two questions, and one for you, Claire, as well. But Stan, what is your secret sauce? How is it possible that you, after so many years, are still so powerful, have so much energy, and just keep it going? I wish I had half your energy, sir.
I heard that. That's something flattering. I hear it. It's funny, some voices are in a range that I can understand. Some of them, when they talk into the mic, it sounds like good, I hear the sound, but I don't know what's being said. So anyway, I don't know about the energy bit, but what it is, I love what I do. I love being with the fans. I love writing comics. I love doing movies. I love being... So, how could you not be having a good time when you're with the kind of people that you're crazy about, and they're all as enthusiastic as you are about all the things that are going on, whether it's movies or television or comic books or the internet. It's all so exciting that, I don't know, it's not like you're working. I feel like I'm playing all the time, especially when you're on the stage with someone like this.
You mentioned the internet. How has technology changed the process of creating? Has it changed anything for you, or?
Well, I don't think technology has created the process of creating. What it's done, it's allowed the things you create to be presented in so much a more exciting way. Now, for example, we could not have done the Avengers movie 20 years ago. There's no way all those things could have been seen on the screen. So technology is making entertainment more exciting. And I might add, speaking of entertainment, I'm going to get serious for 1 minute, which is not typical of me. Most of my life, my early life, I was a little bit embarrassed because I wrote comics, because I felt, you know, there are doctors treating people, and there are people building buildings and bridges and flying airplanes, and I'm writing these stupid comics. And little by little, as the days and the years went by, and people would say, gee, I enjoyed this story, or I loved that story, blah, blah, blah. And I began to realize that entertainment is one of the most important things in people's lives. Most people do not live. Thank you.
Well, yeah, sir, I just wanted to say you are absolutely an inspiration for me, and hats off to you, and thank you so much for being you. And I wanted to maybe everybody give a round of applause.
Thank you. So anyway, I realize now that entertainment is important, and it fills a needed spot in people's lives. So all of you who are involved with comics and movies and television, you're all part of something that's very big and meaningful and entertaining, and thank you for letting me be a part of it too.
I'm such a big fan. What do you do that makes you so hot?
I stand next to Stan. All right, let's go over here, sir.
I gave the hug on your behalf.
That's right. It's a by proxy hug. Let's go with you.
Hey Stan, question. I think Dr. Doom is the greatest villain ever. How did you think him up?
Can you repeat that for me?
Sure. a little bit about where did Dr. Doom come from?
Doctor.
Dr. Strange? The only doctor I know is Dr. Strange.
Doom from the Fantastic Four.
Doctor who? Doom?
Yeah.
Is there a Dr. Doom? Max, come here. This guy is my walking encyclopedia. What? Oh, Dr. Doom! I was just teasing you. I like to watch her look confused. Well, what was the question? Another thing. I don't know if it's my hearing, but it sounds to me like every question is coming from over there. Is that the case? Are any of them coming?
This one
It
was
came
over
from there,
Yes.
and I'm looking that way. All right. Dr. Doom, what about him? Tell you about him? Okay. Dr. Doom has long been my favorite villain. First of all, I like his name. How can you beat a guy called Dr. Doom? And the thing I like about him, he is the king of his own country, Latveria. Now, I'm very proud of Latveria because I made up that name, and I swear it sounds like a real country. I've had people say, how do I buy a ticket to Latveria? It sounds so real. But the big thing about Dr. Doom, being a king, if he comes here to America and he commits a crime, he's got diplomatic immunity. We can't arrest him. Now, you show me any other villain that can't be arrested because he's got diplomatic immunity. And that's why Marvel has always led the pack. We're different than the rest. His whole armor, I mean, he's great looking. I don't get any credit for that. Kirby dreamed that up. He really drew a great Dr. Doom.
This time we're going over here, yep.
Hello, Stan. I got one quick question. How long did it take for you to realize that Spider-Man was going to be huge?
As soon as the fan mail started coming in, and as soon as the sales figures came in, you know, my publisher didn't want to do Spider-Man at all. He thought it was the worst name for a book you could ever get. He said, people hate spiders, you can't call the hero Spider-Man. So that's the reason I stuck Spider-Man into Amazing Fantasy when we introduced it. Because we were going to kill the Amazing Fantasy book. Where you're going to kill a book, nobody cares what you put in the last issue. The book is going to die anyway. So to get it out of my system, I threw Spider-Man in there. And about a month or two later, when the sales figures came in, my publisher said, you know, Stan, that character Spider-Man of yours that we both liked so much, and that's how a legend was born.